This is a demo of Logsender, which is a client program designed to send data to LogViewer. It's released as a separate program. It's very easy to write a client program for LogViewer to send data over the network to LogViewer. But oftentimes it can either be annoying because you'd have to look through the source of the program, or it can be impossible because the program may be closed source. Logsender is a program designed to solve that problem. Here we have a program called NetLogo, which is basically, it's like a text editor, and every time I have it turned on in logging mode right now, and every time I type some code and I hit the check button, which kind of compiles it, that code is pasted in, a copy of that code is pasted into the log in my temporary files folder. In this case, this is the log file, the XML files that's generated, and here is the piece of code I just wrote. And then if I make a change and I compile it again, it doesn't appear in this one because this is the file I just opened, but if I reopen the file, it appears here. So it updates, it just makes an append to the file and it updates continuously. And this is how many logging programs work. So we take advantage of this to send the data over to LogViewer. So we have this file being generated and we need some way to continuously read that file, parse it for events, and send those to LogViewer, and that's where Logsender comes in. Oops, .jar. So to start it, you have to change to the folder containing Logsender.jar and run the jar as you normally would. Gotta do it from within this folder, otherwise it won't work. So I'm running it right now, and this is the main window of the program. There's a few different buttons here. The first one is the directory button. If you click this and then you click somewhere, for example, we can click here. Then when you click, then it fills the directory with that directory, and then when you hit XMLs, it'll fill the drop-down box with a list of all the XMLs in order of date, in reverse order of date modified. So the most recent one appears at the top. If you also hit browse, you'll be open to wherever directory is. Now the convenient thing is there's a temp button which goes to the temporary files folder, and then if I hit the XMLs button as before, the temporary files appear here, with the most recent one being at the top, and this is the one that I was looking at just moments ago. This one. So just as any client, I have to specify the IP and the port number of the server LogViewer program. I also need to specify the structure. The root name goes here, the event name goes here. Currently it doesn't support any mid-path, or it doesn't. I don't think it supports a mid-path. I've never tested it with mid-path, but for now you just need to specify the root name, the event name, the connection details, how often you want to pull that log file, and whether to send logged events from the very beginning of the file or from the current from now on when you start running this program. I'm going to send it from the beginning. I have a log already opened, and I have the process running so we can see the code. Process script running so we can see the code. So I'm going to say run. Oh, that's because I haven't started. Let's see. I have not started the connection on the server, so the connection needs to be started. Okay, so I ran it, and now the new events from that log are appearing here. And because this is continuously updating, if I do anything in the program, and I compile, that one's automatically sent over here. So it's as if the program is serving as a client, but really the file generated by the program is being read by log sender and sent to log viewer. See, all of them appear here, and the graphing works real time. So right now it's counting if statements. I can do that, and then it's right here. I can add more. It's right here. I can do this. It's right here. So it's useful if you are trying to collect data from someone who's using a program on another computer, or even on the same computer, and you don't want to, you just want to look at the XML file and you don't want to look at the source code of that program. There are some limitations. The XML file generated by the program cannot include any comment tags because the parser looks for opening and closing tags, and those may confuse it. I've never tested it with that, but they may confuse it, so no comments. Yep, that's it. So when you want to start or when you want to stop log sender, you just hit stop, and then you can run it with another file. And then if you save, you can save this file, collected from log sender, as an XML. Forgot to name it with the extension, but still, if you open it, everything we added is back here because it's not formatted, and if you run a tidy tool on it, it'll look clean. Yeah.